I'm hoping for better battery life on the S24 Ultra. So let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed, and I'm gonna go ahead and take that sticker off. But first, let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box and see what else is in here. Got a SIM ejection tool, all the books. I've got a cable in there. It's a USB-C to USB-C, right? Yep. I'm gonna agree with Flossie Carter on this one. I wish they gave us a 45-watt charging brick. So it would be nice. I mean, I have a 100-watt charger, but I am using one of the older 30-watt charging bricks from, I think it was from the Note 20, I believe, and the S21 Ultra. The color isn't really like a deep black color. I mean, I guess, I don't know if it feels any different. I mean, I know it's going to weigh less because it's titanium. I do like the titanium sides. It is a lighter device. This one did not come with any plastic around the perimeter. I do like this color. The color is nice. The titanium black on the sides is really nice. They did a good job in making this titanium color. The S Pen, it's flat versus being curved like this one here. So it's a little bit, this one's easier to press. This one's fine. It's clicky. Just it's okay. It's just not as noticeable. Do I have any power? Let's see. Press and hold that power button. There it goes. The feeling of the phone turning on, haptic feedback, was about the same as the S23 Ultra. That was a cool way to start the phone. It looks like the phone might be a little bit different. The dimensions of the phone might be different. Just a little bit. So yeah, it's not really wanting to fit in there. Oh, see the camera? The camera's a little bit further down. See that? So nope, you cannot put the old cases on here, which is not really a surprise, not really. So, but that's okay, because I have another one of these coming. So if I was to get a clear case, it would be this Spigen clear case. Just so you guys know for future reference. So I can see a lot of glare on this screen protector that I have installed in the S23 Ultra. So when I'm doing this, I can see quite a bit of glare. I don't know if the actual screen does the same thing, but I feel like it does. And I do feel like even though the glass is nice and transparent and it's really good adhesive on this screen protector, I feel like this screen protector is one of the better ones. So even though it is, it's still something that takes away from the quality of the display, which is why I'm starting to really dislike using screen protectors. So I know this glass on this newer phone, the S24 Ultra, let's see, easy setup, nice. So it is starting the whole setup process by itself, which is awesome. Ooh, that was fast. So the screen on this is a really nice display. I do know that there is going to be less glare on this, but I feel like if you put a screen protector on there, then there's going to be more glare. And this screen is actually supposed to be more scratch resistant, but if it drops, that's the problem. Actually, I totally forgot about the flat display. It's as flat as can be. So there is a curve right here, but that's actually the side of the phone coming up. You guys probably aren't going to like this, but I'm going to use an iPhone 15 Pro Max cable. It's supposed to take 35 minutes. If it does, then I'm going to go ahead and finish transferring everything, and then I'll get back to the video. Alright, so like everybody else says, it just seems like a refinement, but I think that because this glass takes away more glare, the colors look better at all angles. So right now, the colors are over here are somewhat distorted because of the glare. I now notice. I didn't notice that before. This S23 Ultra next to the 24 Ultra, it's definitely noticeable. So if this is the always on display, then that means that they are trying to make it look a lot more like Apple, and they have succeeded because it never really turns off, right? So it's going to be using more energy. Hopefully you'll be able to dim that to make it less vibrant, because this is staying on. But I do like how they centered it there. I like how you see the icons a little bit better. They're a little bit more clear. That display looks really, really good. The time, notifications, date, all looks like it's sitting on top of e-ink display. It says touch and hold the navigation handle at the bottom of the screen, then circle or tap text or images to learn more and explore. Try it now. Circle, tap anywhere. I don't know. Let's look into to do that right there. So you have to go like this. I was doing this with Google the other day, and it seems to me like, yeah, they are definitely working directly with Google, and it'll tell you about that. Let's see, can I move it around? So it's not, I mean, it's easy, fairly easy to use. It's not the easiest thing to use, but it's fine. I mean, if you had it on something like, yeah, so I don't know what that thinks it is. So yeah, not bad. That's cool. It's a nice feature. But what I'm more interested in is the fact that this thing actually looks so much better. The screen just looks a lot better. This lock screen versus this lock screen. Look at that difference. So let's see. Does this one feel warm? No. This one feels a little bit warm. I know you guys might get upset about this, but I'm going to go ahead and take some photos of the iPhone. Get a photo of that. I like that haptic feel. Activate that camera. And that one feels about the same. So we've got, on this camera, we have 0.6, 1, 3, and 10 times zoom. Alright, let's take a look at this. So we got 0.6, 1, 3, 5, and 10 times zoom. Guess what else has the 5 times zoom? Not this iPhone, but my iPhone 15 Pro Max has it. This Pixel 8 Pro has it, and now so does this. It comes stock with FHD, so that was 1080p. Let's see what Quad HD looks like. I mean, I couldn't really tell. So, I mean, I guess I wouldn't have to have it. I didn't know that, but yeah, no, it's not absolutely a necessity, I guess. So I take it back. So there is a slight curve at the very end of the display, right where the border is right there. So now we have some bezels on the display, right? So before, there was a little bit of bezel hiding going on. So kind of, in this case, you can see that the bezels are kind of falling down into the display because they curve it down there. But when it comes to the newer device, you can see how those bezels are a little bit more visible versus this one over here. So there's a little bit more bezels on the side. To me, I feel like it's worth it. The reason why I noticed that the curved display was still kind of there on the sides here is because of being able to roll my finger over the sides. It doesn't catch on anything. Whereas the Pixel 8 Pro, I'll show you that. And it's got a broken screen protector. This one truly does have a flat display, and the glass on the sides does curve a little bit, but there's no fall off whatsoever. It's just basically a flat display. So, it's fine. It's fine on this, but this is actually, it's like right before the glass gets flat is what they did here. So they still gave you a curve, so it curves nicely into the sides of the phone, which gives it just that much better of an in-hand feel. This one's a little bit more sticky kind of feeling, whereas this is just kind of smooth to the touch. Yeah, it would fall out of your hands a little bit easier, but it has a nicer feeling to it. I believe that means that this phone is going to be a little bit wider than this one. Let's see if there's any comparison, if there's any difference in width. Yep. So that explains it. That explains why the case wouldn't fit. It's due to the fact that this phone is a little bit wider because it doesn't have that curved display. So it finally automatically added my wallpaper, and that fingerprint sensor is super fast. And I only added this one time. So let's see what happens with the thumb. Oh my gosh. See if I can barely. It doesn't match. Let me see. There it goes. It's because I had it to the side when I was doing it. But this one, yeah, it's good. And I believe it'll keep that on the display there, and that will eat up a lot of battery, I think. So I probably need to have more of a gray lock screen, because that right there is going to eat up the battery. Let me see if I can adjust this from here. Yep. So wallpapers, go back, and we're just going to choose that gray one that was up there before, and lock, home, wallpapers, that. I don't want that on the lock screen though. What's effect? Yeah, that's cool. Grayscale, perfect. That grayscale is perfect. I think that's better. Possibly. I don't know. Let's go with done. Oh, that's cool. You can add widgets just like the iPhone. No surprise. Clock widget. Why do I need that? Samsung Health. Daily. So, well, yeah, we'll try that. And nice. Finally, weather on the lock screen. There you go. Let's see here. Current weather. We'll just go with that. It's just like the iPhone. It's so much like the iPhone. Too much information. I just want to go with that, but can I move it around? I guess not. So, done. So it's not quite as fast as the iPhone, but it still did it. And now I have the weather on the lock screen like I've always wanted. Very cool. So, nice. They did some cool things with this phone. So they did what iPhone does, but I feel like I might enjoy this a little bit more. So we'll see. If you guys want to change this right here, so I don't want it to go to T-Mobile, right? So I want it to go to Google. So go to settings. And we're going to go to homepage. Chrome's homepage, not T-Mobile. Chrome's homepage. So done. Settings. And reload that. So there you go. So now we're going directly to Google instead of T-Mobile. Because I have this phone on T-Mobile, T-Mobile automatically did that. I think I'd like that. That mint green version of the Pixel 8 Pro. Yeah, I think I would like it. By the way, Pixel 8 Pro is a great phone if you guys are interested. So far, I feel like this is a better version of the S23 Ultra. I don't feel like this is a much better phone. I just feel like it's more refined, and I think that if you want the latest and greatest, then go ahead and go get this phone. What you're gonna like about it. Alright, so you're gonna like the titanium feel. you're going to put a case on it anyways, but the cases are going to fit different. The phone is going to be wider in the hand a little bit, I think it feels like, possibly. And it feels like this one's taller, so it's got more of a top-heavy feel to it. If I have my thumb down here, this phone feels like it's a little bit, like, not as tall. Let me see. So, you guys tell me, did I get it? Am I there? Let me see here. So, this phone is a little bit shorter, and I don't know what it is, but you can tell. The center of gravity on this phone is better, right? So I think the sound is going to be good on this. Let's go ahead and get a sound test on this thing here. So I had some pretty good sound on this video, so let's go ahead and
make this quick. I'm
get an idea.
All of this stuff right here is showing you exactly what I'm going to do today. Yes, we're going to test, the size comparison with this caliper and compare the phone itself, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, with the Mag.
I don't hear any distortion.
To see how much case you're actually getting. And also we're going to test the magnetic strength that this mag back also has with one of my favorite.
I think the sound is a little bit more full. Yeah, so I think the sound altogether is good. I didn't see much different in the camera, but guess what? I mean, as far as that goes, I think that I do prefer, so if I have both my iPhones, this one has the 3x zoom, and my iPhone 15 Pro Max has the 5x zoom, and I prefer the 5x zoom. If I'm using this, I'm using the 5x zoom. And so I do notice that using the 3x zoom isn't quite enough oftentimes, and the 10x zoom is actually a little bit too much oftentimes, so the 5x zoom actually ends up being perfect. And I believe it's a 50 millimeter or 50 megapixel lens for the 5x zoom. So we've got more options on this phone as far as the camera goes, it seems. We've got the 0.6, 1x, 5x, and 10x versus the other one having one less. Yep, you get the 1 and the 5 for the 50 megapixel, and the 200, just that 1x, obviously. And for the 12 megapixel camera, you've got all 5 of the options there. So far I'm liking this upgrade. I would say, again, so what you're getting with this upgrade right here is that titanium feel. It's a little bit lighter, it's going to feel a little bit wider, and also it's going to feel a little bit better and not as top heavy. Let's see, you're going to have maybe a little bit more options as far as the camera because of the 5x zoom. Of course, you can't forget you've got the flat display. So it depends. If you do prefer a curved display, you get a little bit of a curved display on the sides. So if you feel like, I don't want to let go of this phone here because of the curved display, yeah, you get a little bit more, but you can see the sides comparison here. So the sides aren't much thicker, if at all, on this phone, on the S24 Ultra. So I don't know. It just seems like this might be a really good phone. It seems like it might be perfect. You've got still somewhat of a curved display on the sides just to add to that nice feel as your finger goes over the sides. And yes, it definitely is noticeable that there's less glare. So at an angle, this phone screen looks a little bit more black. So I feel like it does make a difference. Whatever they did to the glass, it's working. It's not going to be indestructible, but I feel like putting a screen protector on it is going to take away from the way the glass looks, which is why I'm probably not going to do it. So that means if I drop my phone, I will be in trouble, and I have been known to accidentally crack my displays on my phones. And so this one is not a cracked display. It's actually just a damaged screen protector. But that screen protector saved this display. So yeah, I'm going to do tomorrow a all-day battery life test. I know it hasn't been, that full time of having the phone, So it's not going to necessarily know how I use my phone yet. So it hasn't learned the way I use my phone. So it may not do too well, but I will do it again if I do realize that the battery gets better over time. So tomorrow is going to be an all-day battery life test, and let's see how long it will take me through the day, because I am a power user. So let's see. This phone couldn't last me a day, but hopefully this one will. I'll put a link in the description down below for that video when it is available for you guys, so you guys can go there. And if I can remember, I will go to the comments and leave it there as well. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the comments. Let me know if you guys are debating on getting this, if you have the S23 Ultra. What's holding you back? Obviously it's probably price and feeling like you don't really need it. And that was me too. But now that I have them side by side, I do think that this is a worthy upgrade over the S23 Ultra. If you're willing to sell your S23 Ultra. If you're stuck in a contract, your next payday, take that first paycheck, the first day you get it. Pay off your phone. Go sell it. Sell it at a good price. Research the prices. Go sell it on Swappa. Get your money back, and it'll go into a PayPal account. So start up a PayPal account. Get your money in there. And you can transfer from your PayPal account directly to your bank account. You'll have that money in your bank within a week. If you do the right, if you look, I'll leave a link to a video where I kind of talk about doing that. And if you're interested in that, so that will help you. And I'll tell you more about that if you would like, on how you can sell your S23 Ultra successfully and get the price that you're looking for, at least somewhere close to it. It's all about honesty and being in good communication with anybody that contacts you. And remember, don't let anybody lowball you. In other words, offer you 700 when you're wanting to get 800, because if you lower your price, they're not going to buy it. You think they're going to, and if they do buy it, which I don't think they will, it's the wrong buyer for you. They are most likely going to be the ones that ask for a return, right? So make sure you outline your return policy, okay? Say, only for defects or anything that you didn't label in the description or anything like that. And remember, before you send your device through UPS, make sure to get insurance on your phone. So if you sell your phone for 700, you're actually going to be getting about 600 after you pay for the fees for being able to sell on Swappa, right? Because it can't be free. You've got to pay to sell your phone on Swappa. So for some people that might not be worth it. For me, it's worth losing 1/6 of the worth of the device to be able to sell my phone on Swappa, because the thing is it's not fail proof. There's still things that can happen, but if you follow the rules, don't send it in third party, don't try to go meet somebody. The whole point of Swappa is that you don't have to meet somebody. The whole point of Swappa is being able to sell through PayPal. Okay, so anything outside of you just shipping it out to them is not a good idea. And that's the whole point. We're not treating this like Facebook. Don't try to save any money. Make sure that everything's going to be typed out. Everything's going to be on record with Swappa and through PayPal and the UPS store, and all that is going to be on record, and you're going to have insurances, and PayPal is going to be able to insure you if anything bad happens. Make sure that you go through Swappa's, all of their stuff, their Swappa's shipping methods and all that. Stick with Swappa and you'll be okay. Yes, it'll cost you, but I feel like the extra money paid or lost because of using Swappa and shipping and all that stuff is worth it. So this is the way I would recommend it. So if you're looking to sell your phone, your S23 Ultra, for the S24 Ultra, when you get paid, or if you have a credit card, pay this thing off first, okay? Because if you're like me, you got this thing on payments. Pay it off. and then you can go sell it unlocked. Make sure you unlock it if it's not unlocked already. Call your carrier, make sure it's unlocked. Get it unlocked, and then you can sell your phone at a premium, and more people are looking for a phone that is unlocked, so it can go over to any carrier. So they can use it wherever they want, and people will more likely be willing to purchase your phone. As long as you label any dents, scratches, scrapes, and you can't have any broken front. The front screen can't be broken or cracked. Has to be able to turn on. The back has to not be cracked, and the cameras have to be operating and no damage and cracks or anything like that either. So if your phone is in good working condition, then you have a phone that you can sell on Swappa. So make sure you list anything that is scratched. Like for me, I'll be listing the fact that my charging port is a little bit dirty because of using a cable to charge this phone, right? So you tell them how long you've had it, anything that's happened as far as dropping it. Just be as honest as possible. You don't want the wrong person to buy your phone, right? So the wrong person that buys your phone is the person that doesn't understand truly how your phone looks or feels or anything that's wrong with it, right? They think they're getting a perfect device. So that's the wrong buyer for your phone. If your phone has damage on it, if you label it, that means you're going to have somewhat of a discount on your phone, right? And they trust you because you're telling them exactly what it is on your phone that is damaged. So this means that you're most likely going to get the right buyer and less likely that you'll be getting a return. And also, if you don't allow anybody to lowball you and bring down your price, right? You say to them, they're going to say, hey, would you accept 700 even though you've got it listed for 725 or even 710? Tell them no. So I'm sorry, but we do not accept requests for price reductions. That's it. You don't have to explain why. That's just it. Your price is your price. And there's going to be a running log of people that comment on your phone that you're trying to sell. And when other people come in, they're going to come see that log as well. They're going to see if you're willing to be lowballed. And if they see that you are willing to, because that lowballer is not going to purchase your phone, even though you just reduced your price, they're most likely not going to. And if they do, again, then they're probably going to be returning your device, right? So don't sell it to those guys, right? So no, if anything, you can tell them, so actually within the next couple of hours, I'm going to be raising the price back up on my phone. So right now it's on sale. So anybody that is willing to purchase the phone now is going to be getting it at the discounted price. That's how you do it, right? So make sure you don't ever lower your price for anybody, because people will come in. I've had people create an account first day and go with their new account, look at my phone and purchase my phone. Out of all the other phones that they could have purchased, they purchased mine. And I attribute it to me commenting in the comment section and listing everything that might be wrong with this phone. And they see that I'm being honest. I list a lot of pictures, over 7 pictures. I usually list about at least 10 or even 12. And get it from every angle, good lighting. Use your wife's or your girlfriend's or your friend's phone to take some pictures and just get it done right. Find the best phone that you can to take pictures and just get it done right. And if you offer any accessories, it's not needed. People don't need accessories. They want to go buy their own accessories anyways. If it's a brand new accessory in a box, you can tell them that and say, hey, I've got a couple of different cases here. Do you want either one of them, right? So don't offer them a whole bunch of things because it looks desperate, right? So say, hey, I got some cases. Would you like one? Here's what you have to pick from. Including it with this phone, right? So make it professional and not desperate, be nice and polite. And if you would like to, go ahead and surprise them and throw in another case, before you ship it out. If you've got multiple cases, just go ahead and toss them in there. Don't put anything in there that's dirty. No dirty cases, no nothing, no hairs. Clean everything out. Make sure it looks basically brand new. And if you have the original box, include that too. If your charging cable is dirty, use an alcohol swab and clean that thing off. Make this a great experience for them. Make it as close as possible to an unboxing of a new phone that you possibly can. So remember to always keep your boxes that came with the original phone. If you don't have to, leave the charging cable in the box. If you don't have to use the cable, take that charging cable, leave that charging cable in the box along with the charging brick if you have one. Don't use them if you don't need them. If you do, I understand, no big deal. That's when you'll be cleaning it off. But people don't expect a bunch of accessories. People would prefer possibly even not to have a bunch of accessories. So anything that's included in the box, just do that. They're going to be happy. So hopefully that's not too much for you guys, but I've sold about 21 devices on Swappa. It's a great place to go sell your phone. So hopefully this will be a good experience for you guys. If you guys do plan on going over to the 24 Ultra from the 23. Alright guys, my name is Mike. My goal on this channel is to help you find the right phone case and face to fit your life and style. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.